What's up, guys? Quincy J. Sims, man. And you guys know, if you follow me online, I own a company called Bridge the Gap Marketing. Bridge the Gap Marketing, ever since this coronavirus has hit, we've been actually in the field. We've been still at people's doors, making sure that we can do what we can, right? And right now, we're offering relief in the form of being able to offer anybody who needs one a free cell phone. This is a government outreach program, and we just want to do what we can to actually help, right? But that's not the point of why I'm joining you tonight, right? I'm joining you because I want to speak to something that just touched my heart, right? I reached out to a friend who I hadn't spoken to since this really took effect out here. And, he wasn't in the best of spirits. And I could feel it over the phone, and I was waiting for him to actually come out and say it. But you know us, we don't like to tell people that we're actually scared, that something has us paralyzed inside of our home. And that's exactly what happened with my guy today. And after I heard it, and after I heard him finally say to me, Q, this thing has had me paralyzed, right? I literally had to listen a little closer because this is a good friend of mine. This is somebody that's definitely head of household. And when you're head of household, man, you got to be like a superhero at all times. You got to watch the front door and watch the back door. You got to make sure there's snacks in the house as well as a meal in the refrigerator, and somebody to prepare it. You got to make sure that the Netflix subscription is on. You got to make sure Disney Plus is on. You guys get my drift. When you head a household, you're all of that. You got to make sure the rent get paid, because I don't care what they telling you. Do not wait 3 months to pay your bills. You're going to end up with a debt, right, that you cannot get out of. And I don't want to see anybody fall victim right now. But the point is, right, mentally, right, I watch somebody that is so strong on the street, right, literally become paralyzed and reduced to his home, right? And I just think about that, because right now, I think you guys need to know exactly what to do. I mean, because first off, let's look at this problem, right? This is a big problem. This is a big problem. I drew this circle right here, I guess, to kind of represent the problem. If this is the problem, this is us. This little dot. I don't even know if you guys can see that little dot. It makes my point, either way it go, right? Here's the problem. I can obviously see this problem. This problem is much bigger than just this dot, because there is us right there, right? We're dealing with a pandemic that we have never dealt with before. Other countries don't even know. We have to study other countries that had it just before us, just to understand what we're dealing with here. We're inside of our home right now, right? And literally, we don't know what's going on. And I get that. But what I cannot do is, right, worry about a problem that is bigger than me. Now, once I start to understand that, I'm going to start to breathe a little easier. Hold up, the problem is bigger than me. We're dealing with God level stuff now at this point, guys. I don't know who you believe in, but this is God level stuff. I know I didn't design this at all. And I don't know who's making the rules up, but I know they didn't ask me for my say-so, right, on this. So this problem is way bigger than me. But one of the things I know I need to do is I need to stay confident. I need to keep my self-esteem up. You know what I'm saying? I need my peace of mind, because I still got to watch the front door and the back door and make sure that the Netflix subscription is actually paid for, because I am head of household, aka a superhero. You understand what I'm saying? So now I want to give you guys, I guess, some quick tips, I guess, to just make sure, man, that you stay confident out here, right? And stay connected to the world. You first and foremost, you definitely want to reach out to your family and friends. When you reach out to your family and friends, I mean, make it about something. I mean, make sure, right, that you are literally speaking to them about, their day, right? You want to ask questions like, I don't know, what you got going on, right, is a fair question right now, right? Because everybody, I think, is being really creative. I see a lot of creative things online now at this point. Now, me personally, I'm doing a lot of self-development, right? I'm definitely preparing me, because I'm thinking to myself, right, that once this is over, I'm going to be a whole nother monster, and I'm going to take things to a whole nother level. And that's exactly why I listen, right, and I learn from people that can take me to the next level, right? I'm seeking mentorship, and even if I can't get in front of my mentors, I can visit them online, right? I can see the content that they're putting out online. Things such as this right here, right? But the idea is that reach out to your family and friends, because now you got to build a bridge. You literally got to build a bridge. So once you reach out to your family and friends, I mean, ask the real important questions. What you got going on, right? Tell them some things that you got going on, because you need to stay active. And I'm not talking about running in place in your living room, right? I done seen some goofy workout videos, to be honest with you, right? But either way it go, it doesn't matter as long as you're staying active. But don't forget to keep this active as well, right? Have a game plan, because we cannot afford to be put inside of this position any longer. And you guys know what I mean by we can't afford to be put in this position. I don't want to be waiting on some government check. I don't. right? I think they actually hit today, right? It was one of the first conversations of the day I had is about a government check. I don't know about that. I get my own checks. I want to make sure that I'm dependent on me. I want you to be dependent on you, right? Because we don't trust us enough. And to be totally honest with you, right, that's going to be our downfall. So now we have to look at ourselves. Each and every person that's looking at this right now, right, I'm going to consider you a head of household. And if that's the case, then you just became a whole superhuman. I mean, you have superpowers, right? So from the time you watch this video, you know, get off this video and just make sure that you go do something that is definitely going to self-develop you and prepare for your first day out, right? Look at this thing like as if you're a convict, right, and you locked up. You know, not for nothing, right? But I got a brother that's been locked up for 8 years now at this point. I can't wait for the day he comes home. I keep telling him all about things that I'm going to be able to introduce him to. There's books that I have him reading while he's locked up right now. But I'm waiting on the day he get out because I know what time it is. I know when he gets out, he's going to be a monster because he's not going to look at any opportunity like it's beneath him or above him. He's going to look at an opportunity for what it is, just thankfully, being grateful. As we should be waking up right now every day and just being grateful. I mean, we in our own home locked up. He's locked up in a federal prison. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different ball game. But the idea is it all could be worse. But I don't want you guys looking at problems that are way bigger than you, like, how, woe is me, what am I going to do? Becoming depressed up here. No, this is out of your league, sir. You can't deal with this problem. All you can do is quarantine yourself inside of your house right now, like they asked us to, and that's great. And if you are an essential worker, make sure that, let me make sure that I say thank you right now. But if you are an essential worker, make sure that you do what you can to prevent this thing, to prevent spreading this thing. I get it, guys, right? But let's not become crippled by this, right? This coronavirus can't scare us inside of our home. It can't scare us to the point where we don't know what to do. I mean, when I think about this whole thing, man, if anything was to happen, it has to happen to me first. I'm just telling you the truth. It has to happen to me first. It's going to happen to me before it happened to my daughter. Trust me on that, right? So again, at least I'm going to be strong for them. Right? I'm going to be strong for my 2 daughters. I say the same for you and whoever you're in love with, whoever you're responsible for, whoever you're taking care of, right? But this thing cannot cripple us. If you're head of household, you are a superpower. Act like it.